How do I feel looking back on 25 years? I'm incredibly proud that we are still here as such a vibrant organisation.
We are a bunch of guys who literally learn the game by watching it on YouTube.
And they get hit, and they're like, I wasn't ready for that.
The sense of camaraderie and seeing that continue off the field.
Whereas in the first few years, it was kind of like, this could fall apart tomorrow.
All is in readiness here. The stars are out. The big stage is here. The red carpet is rolled out.
Looking forward to this, as we like to say, a humdinger.
And the question is, can you teach old dogs old tricks? This is a rematch of last year's grand final between the two sides.
They made the grand final last year, now a rematch. It was a slugfest.
Every single player on that team is a weapon.
I'll tell you what, if that doesn't make the hair stand up on the back of your neck, you might want to check your pulse.
So, hang on to a partner. This is going to get rough and ready. The two best sides here at the Nationals. The dream rising to the top in Prince fashion. And these boys are going to get it on. Smash mouth in the middle. And a fantastic mark in front by the number 12.
For the air, Coleman went for it. Look out, here comes trouble.
Sportscast, crash boom opera out of the middle. Everyone goes down and gets funky.
Say, calm it down. I got this. Let's take some good marks. Let's play some clean footy. That's where we shine.
The umpire says, I may need to shovel the scratch off the ground. Osiris says, give me that ball. And she took it away.
He tosses it to the heavens and the Gilmore and says, go after it, my daughters, and play footy.
A bit inexperienced, a little bit probably nervous and over anxious. You've got to keep it plugging away. It'll come.
Yeah, no big tackle put in there, but it was high, just a little high around the shoulders.
Taken by the 24 for Minnesota. Freeman in the score. Here's the number 23. He's taken, played on, shoots and scores. That is, we have some new kids on the block with regards to USAFL Nationals.
I love the fact that all these Americans love this sport.
Good morning, Southern California. Welcome to sunny Southern California. That's the first joke of the day. Hope you liked it. Welcome, everyone, to the 2022 USAFL National Championships from the Silver Lakes Sports Complex here in beautiful Norco/Ontario, California. My name is Brian Barish. I am one of a couple of voices that you'll be hearing during the course of the day. We have this Division III game as the first game of the day as the North Texas Devils take on the Arizona Hawks. The Hawks defending champions in Division III, while the North Texas Devils winless at Nationals last season, winners of a couple of games this year, and they're hoping for an improvement. Joining me in the commentary position for this first game, all the way from Melbourne, Australia, from worldfootynews.com, it's Mr. Troy Thompson. Troy, good morning.
Good morning, Brian. Great to be here in Ontario, California. Beautiful 62 Fahrenheit, which I reckon is about 17 Celsius here. We got a nice little breeze coming in from the east, and our ground here today on Cooper's Field is orientated north-south, so going to be blowing straight across the ground. We just got both teams coming out to the middle to line up. I think we're going to have anthems. Is that correct, Brian?
No, not for this game, mate.
No anthems.
Not till tomorrow.
For the finals, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, we'll have the anthems tomorrow for the finals, and we've got. Let's take a look very quickly at some of the other games going on around. Of course, we've got two games. We've got games. We got two fields streaming via our friends on Go Live Sportscast. We have this game going on, Division III, Over on Field 2, Division 1, we have the Austin Crows and the DC Eagles. On Field 3, Men's Division 2, the Minnesota Freeze and the Portland Steelheads. The Des Moines Roosters and the LA and the Las Vegas Gamblers, those combinations, they are on the other stream over on Go Live Sportscast over on Field 4. And Women's Division 1 on Field 5, we have the New York Magpies and the Sacramento Suns. Troy, we got. What do you think about this match here? And tell us especially about the conditions.
Yeah, so as I said, it's overcast here, about 62 Fahrenheit, and that breeze is pushing across the field. So the kicks are going to have to be set into that breeze on the east side of the goals. Shouldn't interrupt our play too much. Neither team should have a dominant wind in the first quarter. The North Texas Devils coming off a pretty good season, and they're looking pretty confident and well organised this morning. The Arizona Hawks, obviously a very, very experienced team. Just quickly run through the North Texas Devils. We got Barnett, Bass, Burney, Canterbury, Chatham, Clark, Dingus, Jacobo, Kirkland, Maloney, Mason, Morrell, Morton, Page, Rich, Smith, Sobel, Spear, Steinke, Thomas, and San Victorian. So the Hawks, a lot of experience in there. Kate Barney, Abernathy, McRae. Okay, we're going to get to the first bounce now. I'm going to hand back to Brian Barish to kick it off.
Thanks, Troy. And for the 25th time, the USAFL National Championships. We're glad that you're here at the ground, this beautiful ground here in Ontario and around the world. Thanks again to our good friends at Go Live Sportscast, our sponsors Cooper, Tasmanian, and Watch AFL. Here we go. The umpire sends this one to the heavens. Gravity takes effect, and we have footy as the ball goes to ground. The Arizona Hawks wearing the yellow and the blue. They're headed from left to right as that one is sent in, and a nice almost takes the mark. Ball goes to ground now. Everybody down mushroom farming, and still see the ball. It's still in dispute, and now finally it's in there, and the umpire crosses his arms like the Monsignor, and we'll have a ball up. North Texas, as we said, winless last year in Division 3. They are hoping they have improved pretty strongly here in the early going. And again, the umpire again crosses his arms, and again we'll have a ball up. Pretty nervy beginning to this so far. Of course, 9 a.m. start. It's one of those early games. You got to get up early, shake the cobwebs off, and the question is, which one of these teams will do that first the best? Ball pops up into the air, knocked forward once again, and ball is still in dispute there, and it's sent for goal. That one is drifting wide across the right side. In fact, has gone out of bounds on the full. First shot opportunity for the Hawks goes begging, and the Devils will come back in the other direction.
Yeah, that breeze just grabbing it and taking it across. So Texas Devils kick out from the back pocket. Long to the top of the square. No mark taken. Ball fed out the back of the pack. Texas looking to get it clear, but a great big tackle there from Arizona Hawks. Just looking to get the ball clear. North Texas kicking down the wing, but that ball's grabbed by the wind and taken out of bounds on the full.
Every year, Troy, it seems like the weather, it's always different, and it always takes different sorts of effect, and that is the case here. As this one is sent in there by the man in Joey Ludo, one of the Ludo Stansky brothers. That one drops in front. A little shovel hand pass, tackle, drop the footy, no call. And it's picked up and turned over. Here is Peter Abernathy, who sends that one forward inside 50. Arizona having all of the territorial possession so far, but here come the North Texas Devils back in the other direction. We don't have any numbers for them just yet, so everybody is going to be Smith. That one is sent again inside 50 to the top, almost dropped. It goes to the ground. There's a goal mouth scramble, and it goes through for our first point, I believe. Indeed it is. On the Watch AFL scoreboard, the Arizona Hawks have an early 1-0 lead, Troy Thompson.
Yeah, and teams are coming out here for the first game, not taking it easy at all, because you got to win all your games. So everyone, right from the start, fighting hard for the ball.
Division 3, there's 8 teams in 2 pools of 4. They'll play 2 games today, 1 game tomorrow morning. And the winner of each of the 2 pools will meet back here 1 p.m. local time for the Division 3 grand final. Those will be, of course, right here on Cooper's Field and on Go Live Sportscast. Ball is on the other side of the ground, and the ball is in there locked away like my secrets, and we'll have a ball up. And so far, Troy, you know, it's this, yeah, I know you've been through this as well, and you've seen enough of this. These early game, it's a matter of, like, who wakes up the fastest, essentially.
Yeah, you can't be on the back foot at all. Straight out of the gates.
As the ball is now will come back into play. It's up on that far side. The Arizona Hawks, as we mentioned, combined with Philadelphia a season ago to take out Division III. As the ball is up still on that far side, and again, we'll have another boundary throw-in. You'll hear the voice a little bit later on of Bill Robert, who will be the anchor voice here on Division I field, or rather on Cooper's Field. Peter Holden from WARF Radio is here as well. That one is stopped forward. It clean bowls the defender there. He goes back to get it. Now paddles it along the ground. That one kicked off the ground. Could have been kicking in danger. It wasn't. And it's cleared out by the Devils. It looks like a greased watermelon effect out there, and it's picked up by one of the Devils. He goes through, makes one man miss. That's a great juke move. Little 1-2 do-si-do. Here come the Devils. Oh, goes for over the top of the mustard. Came off the hot dog momentarily. Picked up. Ball comes back under the wing position. 2 against 1. Big Shepherd thrown in there. That's that hip and shoulder we talk about. Ball gets go. He was returned the sender over the top. What is happening? It is like chaos ball out there. And finally, the umpire picks out a high contact. It goes against the number 27 for Arizona, and we will have a free kick to the Devils.
Yeah, the Devils really looking to get out here of their half-back line, but the Hawks really locking it in. Kick comes down there to the wing. Oh, almost taking a mark line on the ground there. Couldn't get it. Now it's the Hawks, down the wing, kicking into the forward flank. No mark taken there, big contest. Off hands, kick long in towards the square. Number 59 for the Hawks, cuffs off the ground, dishes out the handball, and the Hawks almost make a meal of that, but in the end make it look good to kick their first goal of the tournament.
And on the Watch AFL scoreboard, the Hawks go to 1-1-7, and the North Texas Devils yet to score, and there it is, Troy. Arizona showing one of the reasons why they won the D3 National Championships. They play a tough schedule down there. They're not afraid to take on some of the top teams. They play San Diego, who's a Division I side, Orange County, who is a top-tier Division II side, and here they are playing well here in the early going.
Just great defense work there by the midfielders and the half forwards from the Devils, from the Hawks to keep that ball in as the Devils look to get the ball clear. So straight out of the middle now. Kick inside 50 for the Hawks. Ball drifts over wide towards the boundary line. Manages to keep it in, smothered off hands. Here's an opportunity for the Devils to go forward, up to the wing.
Sent in by the Hawks now inside 50 once again. Ball goes to ground. Ball up 3. Picked up and sent forward again by the Hawks into the top of the square. Wilhelm. And Jason Pony Wilhelm. He's lurking, and you have to play him tighter than that, or else he'll light things up on the scoreboard. And so now he'll go back. And so
from just 10 meters out, straight in front.
Wait till he kicks it. Kick is up on the way. It is dead center, perfect. And that's another goal for the Arizona Hawks on the Watch AFL scoreboard. They go to 2-1-13. And North Texas yet to score. And you know what? It's one of these things. And first of all, they've got this big guy in Jason Wilhelm, who has played for the USA national team. And he's just, you can't let him that much space, Troy.
Yeah, he's got that experience. He's got the body. And he's got the straight kick, most importantly.
I don't think we need those, actually. There we go. All right, back in the middle, back again. And the ball goes up in the air. That one gets knocked forward, claimed by the Arizona Hawks, up over the top, one-on-one contest. Ball goes to ground, picked up. That one skitters across like a cockroach on the bathroom floor. Picked up now by by the Devils. Little shovel hand pass looking for Bass. Stephen Bass couldn't get it, and it's going to be kicking in danger, I believe, and that in case is the call. Stephen Bass wanted me to say happy birthday to his wife Heidi, who's watching back in Texas. Happy birthday, Heidi. That one is sent up on the far side, and the mark is taken there by the number 30. We have no numbers for North Texas, so they're going to send this one forward. Well, they seem like they're playing lighter without all those names and numbers and whatnot. Little bootleg action. Tried to get through the gauntlet. Did. Handballed it off. Kicked. That one is sent on the way. First opportunity for Texas. Looks good. Looks like it faded left off the boot. The umpire pats himself because he's a nice guy. That's the first point of the game for the Devils. They go to one straight behind. They trail by 2 straight kicks. 13 for Arizona. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
Yeah, and the first time inside their forward 50, getting that first clearance of the game, really important there, and you see they are able to score.
All right, Arizona will put the ball back in the play. If you're just tuning in, you've never seen Australian rules football before. When they kick it behind, it was when they score 1 point, the other team puts it back in from that goal square, and Arizona has done so up on the far side. Ball goes to ground, and that one is picked up there, controlled there by the number 19. That you see is Nick Hall. He goes out the far side, and that one is marked. They find a connection. Now sends that one up on the far side. Who wants it? Everybody. A little shove, but no call. Ball goes to ground, and then I believe that's Darren Henderson there wearing number 17, and in fact it is. The man has been around for a long, long time, and it's marked in front. So now coming back the other way as they try and shake the old Etch-a-Sketch and try and drop something new. He has a bounce, has a look, now cuts to the inside from one defender, has a handball, now sends that one up into the middle of the ground. Who wants it? Everybody, the pack forms just like the Storm. Nice catch over the top. Give that one to the 99 there, the man in Matt Sovereign, and he pennies that one forward, and it's marked as he's able to find a connection in the 65, who is, again, Pony Wilhelm. Wilhelm might be 2 kicks from goal. Little chip shot in, looking for a man, going up over the top, 4-on-1, still managed to get a part of the footy. Scramble in front, ball dragged down. It's like a tornado, it's like Twister, but I don't see Helen Hunt anywhere, and that's disappointing. Sends that one up on the far side now as the Devils try to clear out the back. Ball goes to ground, pick that one up once again, shovels aside, sends that one back from whence it came. Almost picked that one off of a blade of grass, did the man there in Ludo Stansky, but now it's sent forward and looks pretty true off the boot, and in fact it is. It is the number 0 in Cade Barney. He was one of the players we wanted to see. And the Hawks stretch out that lead a little bit more on the Watch AFL scoreboard. They go to 3-1-19. North Texas, 1 point. WorldFootyNews.com. Troy Thompson.
Just love the man in 0. I think the US is the only place I've ever seen the 0 jumper on a footy field. Back with Mikey Powers at Atlanta, at Kookaburras back in the day. And great play there from Barney. Kicked that long goal, sat it into the breeze, and they're 3 goals up.
Of course, we should also mention former Atlanta Kookaburra, Troy Thompson, who has come all the way from sunny Melbourne, or it's not as sunny. It's a little bit, you need an oar to get around there in Melbourne these days. So back in the center of the ground once again. What can North Texas do? They need to answer. They had that one golden opportunity so far and only got a minor score out of it. As the ball goes to ground, handballed it out the far side, and that one is a long handball across. Barney had it go sail by his chrome dome. Ball goes to ground once again, and that one is sent back the other direction up on the far side. Drops in front, big tackle as the ball jarred loose, and that one might have been ring around the collar and your whole wash clean. So the free kick will be earned by the number 17 here for the North Texas Devils. Gives that off to the man. So he's going to set back. He might be just at the edge of his reality here, so he's going to stride forward, kicks that one in. The wind takes it. It's fading right. The pack form once again, and that one is touched through for another behind. Second point of the game for the North Texas Devils. They have 2 straight behinds. They trail Arizona 3-1-19. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard. Watch AFL, of course, one of our many sponsors, alongside Tasmanian and Coopers, that makes this tournament go. And, of course, our friends here at Go Live Sportscast. Ball will come out to the near side now as he runs out of the goal square to put the ball back in the play. High up in the air. Who wants it? Marked nicely over the top by the number 35 for North Texas. It looks very good. It's one of the most important things. It's like you're almost playing defense even if you're on the half-forward line.
Absolutely. Now through the middle, Arizona Hawks come. McRae kicks long. Looking up there for the big man.
That's Wilhelm, number 65 in there. Yep.
Yep. So just at the top of the 50 now. Going back in looking for Wilhelm again, but it's going to fall to the defenders. Ball bouncing. Now they'll get it clear. Kicking back into the middle of the ground.
Out they come now. That one is sent long. Man had the uncontested mark and takes the mark there in front of the late arriving. I think that was Nick Hall who had the chance but arrived 3 minutes too late. Now a good spoil over the top and a nice mark taken there by the 23 that you see. Handball up over the top as they run on quickly looking for their first sausage roll of the game. It sails away out of bounds straight on the full, says umpire Daniel Estes. So it'll be a free kick from that back pocket, which is which is where I keep my keys, which is why I have a pain in the butt. But anyway, we'll have a free kick now. Of course, this is the first of 9 games here on Cooper's Field. We have games every hour on the hour across 5 fields. We're streaming this game on Go Live Sportscast and over on Field 4, where you'll hear my voice as well as that of Peter Holden. There is Miller McCrae who handballed it off, but there is Barney, and he is Gone gone. And the free kick back the other way for North Texas.
So on the wing now, looking for a target inside 50. Goes long. Pack forms. Good spoil by the Devils. Now the Hawks are going to clear through Ludo. Gets around the defender. Mongrel kick down the wings. Can't find a teammate. And it's going to be a free kick there to the Devils.
Back the other way comes the Devils, wearing the green and gold and red of Tasmania, which is fitting because Tasmania is one of our sponsors, and we had a delicious gala dinner thanks to them with some Pinot Noir, et cetera, as the ball is up on that far side, and it is umpire crosses his arms like the Monsignor of the First Church of Australian Rules Football, and we'll have a ball up on that far side. On the Watch AFL scoreboard, which has a bunch of people in front of it, it is 19-2, 17-point lead for the Arizona Hawks. Again, looking to make it back to the grand final for the second year in a row. Ball goes to ground now. He plays soccer, but right into the arms of the waiting number 22. That was nowhere near being close to 15 meters, so the umpire says let the record play. Out to the near side, handballs back to Bass. Bass will send this one forward. Up in the air, pack forms, 3-on-1, marked over the top by the Hawks. I didn't see the number there, but
Abernathy.
That is Abernathy. Thank you so much. Your eyes are a lot better than I have 4 of them and none of them work. Out to the near side, puts that one onto the right foot. It's a wounded duck of a ball right towards the Arizona interchange gate and bounces out of bounds into the hands of Preston Linzer, which is all in good, but he's not in play. So the umpire will come over to the near side in front of Troy Thompson and me, and our cameras here at Go Live Sportscast and all over the world via the folks here at the Silver Lakes Sports Complex here in Ontario, California. Ball comes back in the play. Easy job for the man there who knocks it down to McCrae, who sends that one in forward. Ball goes to ground, 35. I believe that might be Dingus. I'm not sure, but that's why you have to fill in your score sheets, folks. As the ball goes down, that one is kept in play. One of the Ludos there, in fact, it is Alex Fernandez. Apologies. And Alex Fernandez, who knocks the ball out of play, will have a boundary throw. And again, the score 19-2. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard with Troy Thompson here today.
So dominant first quarter here from the Hawks. That wind really taking effect. A lot of play here on this side of the ground. Taken out of the ruck by the Hawks. Nice tackle there by the Devils, and that'll be rewarded to number 1 there. Probably been the best player for the Devils this quarter.
I would say so. There's been a lot of people. You know what? They've gotten a lot of the possessions so far, Troy. But, again, up on the cash register where it counts, Arizona has been a good job of at least limiting the chances. Ball goes to ground as they work forward. They are getting more of these opportunities inside 50 as that one is worked around. And ball again goes to ground. And again, that's a handball across. Again, looking for the number 10 there. Handball up over the top. Oh, he makes a man mix, fakes him out of his jock, lines up for goal. Oh, what a spoil. A little thank you very much. The ball came through. That was 15 who I don't have, but that one's going to be set to goal anyway. And the North Texas Devils kicked the first major of their tournament. And that is a big, big boost and cuts into the deficit a little bit. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard. North Texas 1-2-8, Arizona 3-1-19, and a good job of stick-to-itiveness after that great smother. It came right back to them, and they went on to kick the goal.
Absolutely. Follow-up football, always important to follow up your footy. Got that kick, it was smothered, went to ground, picked it up, and snapped it through.
And that's, if you've not been familiar with Aussie rules, that is part of what we love about it. It's just constant, non-stop footy. You just stay with the footy. You're always in the play, and that's the one thing you take on the training ground. Doesn't matter what the drill is, you are always in the drill. You're always in the game, and that's exactly what happens. So we're back in the middle once again as we play. Remember, we're playing two 20-minute halves. Ball gets knocked down up on the far side now, and that one will come free. Ball gets knocked down and picked up by the Hawks, and that one is sent forward once again inside 50 and juggles free. Again, going after that one and then sending that one forward in front of the man in Linzer, and here comes North Texas the other way. Sends that one out the far side, and I believe that ball has, well, it's now on the far side over on the beer tent side of the ground. We've got the Cooper's beer tent where in about 30 hours time you're going to see just about everybody in the USAFL rocking up with some Coopers and watching some great footy action here on the aforementioned field named after said beer. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, no, that will be there next year, in case you haven't heard, as the ball gets knocked around, picked up by McCrae, and McCrae is in there, and so is like almost like a rolling tumbleweed across the vast desert of Southern California, and we'll have a ball up on that far side. Again, the score on the Watch AFL scoreboard, 19-8, Arizona leads North Texas Troy.
Yeah, great to see North Texas working their way back into this game. A long way to go yet, but it's the Hawks going forward, inside to their, in towards their 50. Texas defenders out there trying to work it, but it's over the line, out of bounds for a throw-in.
One thing that's so great about North Texas, remember they were formed really right before the pandemic, right around 2019, 2020, and they have come back, as we mentioned, looking for their first Nationals win, but they picked up a couple of wins during the season against very difficult opposition. Knocked in front, I believe that was Linzer who dropped the footy, picked up, however, and able to clear it out now are the Devils, and that's a big clearance, but they turn it over instantaneously. Out to the near side now, I believe that is McCrae, little short pass, finds Fernandez, lines up off the side of the boot, however, and that is sailing Christopher Cross style out of play, and it'll be a free kick in for the Devils out of their back left pocket.
Had more time than he knew there, just rushed the kick.
And that's where communication is very important. You got to have players shouting at him out to the near side. Tried to take the mark over the top. Ball goes out of bounds. And that, I believe, is the hooter that will end the first half, and it is. So, after 20 minutes of play in the opening game here of the 2022 USAFL National Championships, it's the Arizona Hawks, 3 goals, 1 behind, 19 points. The North Texas Devils, 1-2-8. Halftime thoughts from Troy Thompson.
Yeah, I think you saw there where we don't have a wind advantage to either end, how important it was to win the ball out of the middle. I mean, Arizona dominated that early and got those first 3 goals on the board. And every time that North Texas were able to get the ball out of the middle, they were able to score. So only 2 behinds in the 1 goal. But that keeps them in it and gives them a chance in this second half.
That absolutely does, and we'll have to see how they go. It's really anybody's game at this point as we get set for the second half of this one. Just a quick to let you know of what's coming up here at the 10 o'clock hour here on Field 1 on Cooper's Field. We have more Division III action as the Nashville Kangaroos take on the Austin Crows reserves. Men's Division I action over on Field 2. The Golden Gate Roos take on the LA Dragons. Division II action over on Field 3 as the Boston Demons and the Baltimore Dockers tangle. I'll be over on Field 4, the other Go Live Sportscast stream, to bring you the Sac Suns reserves against the Denver Bulldogs thirds teams. That's a story. That's over Division 4 action over on Field 4 and on Field 5, Women's Division 1, as the Seattle Grizzlies take on the DC Eagles. For all of the scores and all of the action you can keep track, go to usafl.com/nationals/2022. We're going to take a quick break and come right back. You're watching the 2022 USAFL National Championships from Ontario, California, here on Go Live Sportscast. Back here at the Silver Lake Sports Park here in Ontario, California. 2022 USAFL National Championships. First game here, we have a Division III match as the Arizona Hawks. Well, that's mistake number one. The Arizona Hawks lead the North Texas Devils 19-8. Brian Barish alongside Troy Thompson. Glad to have your company as well. And Troy, it's a very interesting game so far with Arizona really kind of taking it to the Devils, but the Devils look like they're handling it so far, and they were able to get a goal out of it.
Yeah, really coming together as the game's going on. They'll be looking to win this first one out of the middle.
And the umpire holds the spirit of this great game aloft. Walks in towards the middle, tosses it to the heavens, and that one is knocked forward, and we're underway once again. Now the Devils going to the right of your screen here, as that one is shipped up over the top, and ball again goes to ground, picked up there and spinning right round is Abernathy. Abernathy goes out to the far side now, and that one is, again, everybody goes down mushroom farming, stacks on the mill, throw a blanket over about half a dozen players and all those idioms and idiosyncrasies thereof, and we'll have a ball up on that far side. Opening minute, second half, no score just yet in the half, 19-8 the score. Ball goes to ground now, that one is shipped up over the middle, and picked up again by the Hawks as that one dribbles across, but picked up the other way, and back from whence it came, up to the far side. Nice mark coming forward to take it in front of the late arriving Fernandez. Now looks in that one, kicks that one again inside 50. Who wants it? Everybody. Who's got it? Nobody. Hits the ground, hits the deck. Big tackle in there on Aaron Miller. And again, going in after that one is Nicholas Hall, and the umpire says, give it to me, baby. And we'll have a ball up on that far side.
Benefit of the doubt after he jumped on the ball there.
Ball gets knocked down. We're again underway as that one is sent in, and that one is just a little bit over the head of the man there in 39. Bass goes after the football for North Texas, picked up by a teammate, shuffles aside. He's going to get it back, a little 1-2, do-si-do action, but he's going to run right into a tackler as Darren Bateman met him head on, jarred the ball loose. It went on, and it'll be a free kick.
In the back there. Just a bit over-ambitious tackling there from the Hawks.
Well spotted. And he looks like he's going to be about 2 kicks from goal here, the number 10. And the umpire is telling him to play on, and now he has to. He's fair game, sends us one inside 50. Knocked down in front, ball jarred loose. Little shovel pass, little shot for goal. It goes across, it's 1-on-2, and the Hawk man able to get to it. Handballs it over to Cade Barney, who has a goal. Comes out one, sends out to the near side. Knocked down, it stays in front. Good job of positioning, and sends that one back into the pocket. Maybe did he overcook the kick? No, but he dropped the pass, he dropped the footy, and now it's they try and kick that one around. Picked up again by the Devils. He's hauled down by Barney. No call. It was a good tackle as he just got it away. Sends that one in. Is it going to curl back? And it looked like it got marked right on the line. In fact, it did. And so a great escape out of that one, but a good chance by the Devils. They're knocking on heaven's door.
Hawks just getting back there in numbers to make sure they defended that goal.
Out to the near side once again. Clean bowls the man. Picked up there by Craig Zarnowski, but picked off, and then when it's sent in, he lost his legs in the process. Ball gets knocked to the ground. That one is a little bit of a shoulder. Sends that one back in, but it goes wayward. And somebody alert the the Ontario Zoo, because there is a shankopotamus on the loose. It'll be a free kick from the near side.
That kangaroo skin coming back in now, down the wing. Contest on the wing, off hands there. And the umpire's picked out a free kick, holding the ball. It'll go to the Devils.
Yeah, great tackle in there by the man and Greg Dodaro. As that one is sent up the far side, that one is knocked out, doing right off the melon there of Wyatt Glaze, and he had a little bit of Sharon Glaze to the forehead as that one goes back down now. Ball gets sent back the other way, and that one is pumped forward by the Devils, but chopped off with a pass once again by Cade Barney, who might, for me, be best on ground for the Hawks 3/4 of the way through this game. Sends that one in forward again as Arizona again trying to stretch their lead out and stake themselves to an early 4 points on the table. As the ball goes to ground and a free kick has been picked out, it'll go the way of the North Texas Devils.
So neither team can really break the deadlock here. Ball going back and forth between half-back lines. Chip out there to the back pocket for the Devils. Just trying to slow it up. Looking for an option. Switch is not on. He'll kick long down the wing. Tries to get around the man on the mark and successfully does so. Now the kick goes to the wing.
Ball is picked off, however, or rather they keep going. And that one, right into the man on the mark there. And again, that was Glaze. As Glaze was just like a porta potty, he was Johnny on the spot and was able to deflect the play. And now back the other way they come, sending that one forward. And that one will dribble through and picked up again, a little shovel pass out the back. Arizona doing a very good job in defense, except when they turn it over, just like they did there. Sent back in by the Devils, trying to cut into the lead. And again, and now we're playing aerial ping pong. A nice defense by the fullback. Out to the near side now, looking, and again, he was looking, and Peter Abernathy was caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Bang! Whoa! Wow! It's like bumper cars out there with all the hits. My goodness, that's what makes this sport so great. It's full contact football. None of this padding nonsense. As long as you're allowed to hit anywhere between the shoulders and the knees.
It was a good fair bump.
Yeah, it was a very fair bump. Sidney Crosby would be head of that. My friend Stephanie McKittrick, if she's not here yet, but she would enjoy that one as well, being a massive Penguins fan. So we'll have another boundary throw in.
Throw in for the Devils on their half-forward flank. Tried to take the ball out of the contest. The umpires picked out a free kick for a high fend. So it'll be the Hawks with the ball on their half-back. Yeah, the umpire just saying there was an elbow in there in the fend. Goes long to their half-forward line. Found the big fella up there in Henderson.
Hendo will turn this one and send that one in quickly. The man is, he's been around a long, long time. He's like what we call a seasoned veteran, but I'll tell you what, he's not just out there for show, he's out there for dough. As he sends that one inside again, it's Barney. That was an ugly kick, but that doesn't matter because that's going to roll all the way home. Christian McCrae has kicked the ball better, but you know what? That's 6 points. They all look like bombs in the score sheet, and that is a backbreaker for the Arizona Hawks on the Watch AFL scoreboard. They go on the 4-1-25. The lead is 17 points, 1-2-8 for North Texas. And you know what? Sometimes it's all about the tyranny or the luck of the bounce of the oblong ball.
I don't know how he squeezed that through the defenders there, but once it was through, it was squirting, and it was never going to be anything but a goal.
If he was maybe about 15 degrees over, that would have been a great Eddie Betts goal.
Absolutely.
Ball back in the center again. North Texas is running out of time to try and get their first victory of the day. And Arizona, who is the 2 seed in this group, looking to stake themselves to an early victory. Henderson watches it go by, and then 3 green jumpers converge on 1 yellow one. Goes out the back. Fernandez trying to harry, forces the turnover. Very lucky not to get called for kicking in danger there. Pick that one up and now sent back the other way. Again, it's Abernathy. Finds Henderson. He's going to want that one back. That was a ski jump ball, but he'll leave it for Wilhelm to do the dirty work. Shoves aside one defender and goes through, and I think it is going to be a boundary throw, and it is. On the Watch AFL scoreboard, Arizona 4-1-25, North Texas 1-2-8. I'm Brian Barish. He's Troy Thompson. You're going to hear his voice right now.
Looked like he was trying to get the torpedo off there, but came off the side of the boot. So in the forward pocket for the Hawks, looking to extend their lead. Umpires pulled out a free kick for a trip there. So below the knee, classed as a trip. Tackle was low. So the Devils with the ball in their back pocket, looking for an option. He'll switch the ball. He's got the man out there in 28 on his own. He's looking for another option downfield. It's going to have to go to a contest. Henderson there, but he can't stop it. So Texas just methodically working the ball up the field.
Here come the Devils now. He's got 2 options right in front of us. Now he's going to look to the left side and send that one up the far side. They got a big paw on it. I believe that was McCrae. Once again, he's been all over the place. No, that's Christian McCrae. As a long handball. That was a finger jammer off the fingers of Henderson, and it looks like pushing the back is going to get called, and it absolutely is, as Darren Henderson was pushed and shoved down, and the big man from Australia, who doesn't sound like he's from Australia anymore, that's how long he's been living over here. He'll go back and have a shot for goal.
So he's going to have to sit it up into that breeze.
Sent on the way, low and slow, and does it have the distance? No, it didn't. It bounced wide. Or did it? No, it's a goal. Great job by Darren Henderson. And that is the cherry on top of the delicious sundae that is this game for the Arizona Hawks. And that's the only time I'll use delicious in the context of footy because I'm not Bruce Vacavady. Watch AFL scoreboard, 5-1-31 Arizona, 1-2-8 for North Texas. And now Arizona just showing their class.
I must say we do miss Cyril.
Delicious.
But no, some great defending on the line of that ball from the Arizona Hawks, making sure it cleared the line.
Yeah, and that's all, and that's one of these things about when you're on the offensive side of things. You do a little bit of defense too, especially on the kick-ins, but also in a situation like that where you basically have to clear space out and get in there. So Arizona now just trying to hang on and try and bring home the first victory of the day. As that one comes out to the near side, it drops in front, picked up by the man in 27. That is Ryan Ludo-Stansky. He sends that one forward. It's a little bit of a grubber, and then picked that one up and now we have a ball up, or rather, it's a free kick, going the other direction. McCray. Umpire, the Hawks want 50 meters. They're not going to get it, as that one is sent in up on the far side, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw-in. Not much time left in this one. Arizona, as we said, leading by 23 points. Here on Go Live Sportscast, Brian Barish alongside Troy Thompson. Thanks again to our sponsors, including Tasmanian and Coopers. We've got Aussie Sports USA, who's provided a lot of the apparel that all of us are wearing here today.
Looking good, Brian, looking good.
Feeling good, Lewis. It's for your Trading Places fans out there. The ball comes spinning back in the play once again. Ball goes to ground, and that one is picked off, and that one is sent up high in the air. That'll bring some rain. Great job as he was able to get by. He was wearing Ronnie Ludo like a coat. But it ends up all crumbling and slowly collapsing like a flan in a cupboard. That'll be a freak, and it'll be a mark taken by Arizona. Sent the other way there, the man in Zarnowski sends that one high up over everybody. Ball goes to ground, and now up on the far side, North Texas. Can they get something out of this to, at the very least, bring down the percentage situation on the scoreboard? And if you're not familiar, the first tiebreaker, in case two teams are tied for the top spot, the tiebreaker is percentage, which is kind of like point differential, but not. As the ball goes to ground, it's divided instead of subtracted. There's a scramble in front. North Texas trying to get another goal here. Sends that one in front, pokes towards the sticks. And the umpire gives the two-finger salute that you can't show on TV, and that's a good consolation goal for North Texas. On the Watch AFL scoreboard, they go to 2-2-14. They trail Arizona 5-1-31. A good effort there to take into the next game, but in the context of this one, just makes the score a little bit closer.
Yeah, nice work there. I mean, when the wind's blowing across the ground, you've really got to attack from that top side. And the Devils took the ball out wide and came in from that pocket, used the breeze, made sure they got the ball to the square and got that goal.
So back in the middle once again, and of course we have more games coming up for you every hour on the hour here on Go Live Sportscast. We've got this field right here, Bill Robert, the voice of stateside footy, and one of the newest life members of the USAFL, inducted at the gala Thursday night and earned every single bit of that honor, and so did Stacey Robert, who has been co-creator and producer of that show. Go check them out at Stateside Footy TV. That one is a good mark, almost taken in self-defense there by Matt Sovereign. Sovereign's going to send that one in, bounces free, and then right out the back as North Texas does a good job of defense. I've been impressed by them. Even though they're behind here, they haven't really played a bad game. I think Arizona's just a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, their run's been really good and their handball's been good. They've maybe just overused it a bit. So then Arizona's been able to pick them off.
Back the other way now as the ball's up on that far side, over the intense side of the people, because there are people over there intense. Ooh. That one's for you, as that one is going. That one's for Scooter Matheson, our partner, who we know is watching back in Australia. And it'll be a free kick going the way of the North Texas Devils.
Yeah, shout out to Scooter. I think he's down in Warrnambool these days.
Yep. I miss him. He was a lot of fun to call with. And you find out a lot of personal information about him that you didn't need to or want to know, but you also get a very entertaining call in the process. As here comes Arizona again through McCray, sending that one forward and finding the hands of Hunter Rickert. Rickert was on that premiership team last year, and it's picked off by North Texas. The Devils spreading the field, coming out to the near side, and it is taken down And he gets knocked on his toe because that's a throw. It's not called. Play on, says the umpire. And all of a sudden, for a hot minute, we were playing VFA football or maybe even rugby as the ball goes to ground. Well, umpires can't see everything, folks, and as we play out to the near side now, that one is sent back to the near side as that one is he pushed off, no call. Ball goes to ground, and now everybody is fighting for the last iPhone 14 at the store. And we'll have a ball up on the near side in front of the interchange gates. Not much time to go. Arizona leading by 17 points on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
Still something you play for, and that's percentage, though, so it never stops. Texas takes the ball out of the ruck, tries to play on, gets the ball over the top. Looking for an opening here. Umpire that time sees the throw, and the free kick will go to Arizona Hawks on their halfback line.
Not much time left here in this opening game here on Cooper's Field as Fernandez has the footy, but he's going to give it to a teammate to administer the free kick. Little handball off, and here they come the other way, out to the near side. They're waiting out the back is Hendo. Darren Henderson gives off quickly to McCray. And McCray is going to get caught, and he is G-O-N-E gone. Great idea, but a good job there by whoever that was for North Texas to stay on his hammer and pick him off. Here they come back the other way. Now they're just going to measure possession here. Going to come out to the near side, and there's going to be two jumpers on two as the ball tumbles out of bounds on a boundary throw in right in front of the North Texas bench. They lead by 17 points, not much time left. We see the Arizona coaching staff, Barry Mullen, who was injured earlier this season at the Western Regionals. He has the clipboard in hand, screaming at his charges. Ball goes to ground. In there is Wyatt Glaze, who has a very tall man, has a long way to the bottom of the elevator. And a free kick has been awarded out of all of that to North Texas. Little short kick. That one will curly cue away. Nice mark by the number 52. And again, we don't have any numbers associated with the names here, so you'll have to take our word for it. As that one is slung inside 50 once again. Ball gets knocked down, and ball goes to ground, gets tumbled away. Little shovel pass, popped up in the air into the popcorn machine. Out to the near side now, and weaving through is the 53, who we don't have here unlisted. That one goes across, marked by Darren Henderson.
Up the ground.
I'll tell you what. Barney is number one. He's got to be number two. He's got to have 2 votes, I think. Marked over the top there by McCray as they push forward once again.
So McCray with it in the middle of the ground, looking for an option side 50. Thinks about the handball. Now finds a target at the top of the 50. And they're in Rickett. So probably going to take the shot here.
Waiting for Hunter Rickert to get ready. Now he'll come forward. Kick is up on the way. The wind takes it and blows it across the face of goal, and in fact, he'll miss everything. The ball goes out of grounds, and if you're familiar with AFL footy or footy in Australia, there's no time on here. The 20 minutes runs. The only time we'll stop is if we have a serious injury. Time now ticking off the clock in Arizona, ticking towards a 1-0 record. And we'll check and see who they play a little bit later on. I believe they end up with the Austin Crows a little bit later on, as that one is picked off by Abernathy, who winds up, and there's your coup de grace, folks. Abernathy from way downtown, we'll call that 40 meters out, and the Arizona Hawks get 6 more points on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
Yeah, just a really good piece of play there all around. Rickett probably took 30, 40 seconds off the clock with that shot going back, sets the ball into the pocket, they get a throw in, and then they make sure when the kick comes back that they're on the ball, run the ball back in and kick the goal.
6-1-37 Arizona, 2-2-14 for a game North Texas squad. Final seconds of this second half here on Go Live Sportscast, as we are just getting set as the ball comes back in the middle once again for another ball up. the two rucker ready, almost like a center toss in basketball. You have two tall and big bodies out to the near side. Looks and finds Ryan Ludo Stansky. Just got the kick away, was taken down after the fact. Play on, says the umpire. Friendly fire as Wilhelm came in and cleaned up one of his own players, but that's okay. Everybody is there. No harm, no foul. Tried to send that one in towards the sticks. Ball goes into the pocket now. Picked up and just got his foot to the ball, but there was a green jumper waiting, and then he's cleared out. Here's an opportunity in front. There's three Hawks there, but three Devils, and they're able to clear that one away. Up in front, and that one is cleared, but stays out in front. Ludo taken down, picked up by Henderson, finds McCray. McCray sends it towards the sticks.
Check side.
It's a check side shot, and it's good for 6 points. Some style points. You don't get those on the scoreboard, but you get them in our hearts. And another goal, that is their 7th, and they have kicked really, really well. 7-1-43 for the Arizona Hawks, 2-2-14. The lead is 29 points if my maths check out. And another great opportunity. North Texas, they're staying with them. They're making them earn this. I mean, there's a lot of frantic play, but Arizona, they're just making it good. And
they've set up that wall at the top of the 50 and made sure they kept the ball in there, and twice that's paid off for them in a row now.
That, I believe, is the hooter, and it is. So there it is, full time at the football. And the Arizona Hawks have started off this 2022 USAFL National Championships with the victory. They get it in handsome style by 29 points. On the Watch AFL scoreboard, Arizona 7-1-43, and the North Texas Devils 2-1-14. Good effort by both sides. Arizona the better team.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it was their big men up forward, those targets they're looking for, and able to take the marks. It really counted.
So that'll do it for this game here on Go Live Sportscast and here on Cooper's Field. Coming up next, Bill Robert and Jimmy House from AFL Coaches Association will take you through as the Nashville Kangaroos take on the Austin Crows in D3 action. Over on Field 2, Division 1 action on the men's side with the Golden Gate Roos taking on the LA Dragons. Field 3, men's Division 2, Boston and Baltimore. Field 4, men's Division 4 with me and I believe Tom Ellis. Sacramento sends reserves against the Denver Bulldogs thirds. And women's Division 1 action over on Field 5 with the Seattle Grizzlies and the DC Eagles. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching the 2022 USAFL National Championships here on Go Live Sportscast.